Are you a dog magnet? Some lucky humans find that they can't leave the house without attracting random dogs. Animals seem to sense these people's aura from miles away and approach them begging for treats or affection. But what gives these people such intense canine charisma? And if you don't possess this mysterious ability, how can you increase your attractiveness to dogs and start receiving some of that attention? We'll talk about everything from how you can smell to how you can dress, and much more. Let's explore 9 reasons why some people receive more canine attention than others. Number 1. Check your pockets. If you're walking down the street and notice a strange dog showing an unusual interest, especially if it seems determined to sniff you, then it might be time to start checking your pockets. When a strange dog begins to sniff around you, the most likely reason is that it thinks you have some food and is hoping you're willing to share. Dogs have an incredible sense of smell. You might think you have nothing edible with you, but if you forgot those cookies in your coat pocket or that half sandwich left in your bag from yesterday, then a dog will be able to detect it. It might not even be food that you have with you now. If you ate before heading out, the pup might also be smelling the crumbs on your coat or the scent of breakfast on your breath. Number 2. Check your scent. Food smells may be the most attractive to our furry friends, but like humans, dogs are also capable of appreciating scents for their own sake. In fact, we humans, with our relatively weak noses, enjoy the perfumes we wear on our bodies with fragrances, deodorants, shampoos, and soaps that smell of flowers, fruits, and herbs. So, imagine how much more pleasant these smells are to an animal whose sense of smell is much stronger. But surely your dog doesn't appreciate the same scents as you, right? Unless you perfume yourself every morning with sausage essence, you probably wouldn't think that conventional perfumes you're using now could be attractive to a dog, but you might be wrong. In 2022, scientists conducted a study where they exposed dogs to various scents to see which ones attracted them the most. Among the scents that caused the greatest canine delight were blueberries, blackberries, mint, roses, and lavender, all popular aromas found in many bath products and human perfumes. If you regularly use any of these common scents, you might find that you become more attractive to dogs. Number 3. Do you know the dog's caretaker well? Dogs are much more socially aware than we give them credit for. We've all heard stories of people whose dogs took a dislike to a new partner for no apparent reason, only for that person to later be revealed as abusive or unfaithful. But dogs don't just dislike those who intend to harm their guardians. They also pay attention and show extra affection to people with whom their guardians have positive interactions. Even if you and the dog's caretaker aren't great friends, if you habitually greet them cheerfully when you meet on the street or stop to chat about the weather, the dog might have noticed and decided it likes you because of it. Number 4. How do you look? Sometimes the reason a dog likes you has nothing to do with you personally, and instead is related to who you reminded of. Just as a dog that has been mistreated in the past may become nervous or aggressive around people who remind it of its former bad caretakers, dogs that have been well treated in the past may end up becoming overly friendly with people who look or smell like their old friends. If a strange dog approaches you and greets you as if it's known you all its life, it might be because you reminded of someone it knew when it was a puppy. Number 5. How are you feeling? Dogs are famous for being good at picking up on human emotions. You might have heard people attribute this to their being highly empathetic or having some sort of psychic bond with their human guardians, but the answer is actually much simpler. Emotions have a smell, or rather, the hormones the human body releases when we feel specific emotions have a smell. The scent is too faint for the human nose to detect, but for a dog, it's as clear as the big sensitive nose they have on their face. Most dogs recognize, at some level, that humans are more intelligent and more powerful than they are, and therefore they tend to follow our social cues. If a dog smells that a human is scared or anxious, it's likely to think, wow, this situation must be really bad if even the human is scared, and they end up getting scared too. On the other hand, if you're in a good mood, a dog is likely to be able to sense that in you and recognize that you might be open to receiving some doggy affection. Number 6. What are you wearing? You may have heard that dogs are colorblind and assumed that this means they see the world in black and white, as if your dog were permanently living in a detective movie. But that's not true. Dogs can't see all the colors we see, but they can see some. The 2 colors dogs can see most clearly are yellow and blue. So if your outfit features these colors prominently, dogs are likely to find you very interesting. Dogs also find it easier to distinguish people from the rest of the environment if they're wearing contrasting colors and distinct patterns. Your bright blue sweater with yellow polka dots might not be the height of human fashion, but dogs are likely to find it very attractive. Number 7. What does your voice sound like? A dog's favorite voice will always be that of its human caretaker, no matter how that voice sounds. But when it comes to more generic human voices, dogs can be a bit more particular. They tend to prefer higher-pitched voices, which explains why they respond so well to baby talk and cheerful tones. If your voice is higher-pitched and you're feeling cheerful, nearby dogs are more likely to find your voice pleasant to listen to and will want to hear more. If you're enjoying the video, I invite you to subscribe to the channel and leave a like on the video. This helps me a lot and ensures that you'll always know when I post a new video. Number 8. Are you sweating? It's a hot day. You're out running when suddenly a strange dog approaches and starts jumping on you, sniffing you, and licking your face. Are they doing this because they're proud of you for getting your daily exercise? Maybe, but it's more likely they're just after your sweat. Humans have special glands called apocrine glands, which are found in the armpits and groin area, and release that super smelly sweat that gives us body odor. Since humans generally aren't big fans of this smell, we tend to mask it with deodorant or antiperspirant. But when intense exercise or high heat makes us sweat even more, these deodorants can stop working. When that happens, while other humans want to keep their distance until you take a shower, dogs want to get closer so they can really get a good whiff of you. On a slightly grosser level, sweat also contains salt. That tasty little salt dogs love to lick from our skin. Number 9. What time of the month is it? This is really only relevant for half of our audience and is even more embarrassing than the sweat issue. Dogs love the smell of menstrual blood, so much so that if you don't keep an eye on the bathroom trash, they might even try to eat your used pads. Definitely don't let them do this. Besides being pretty gross, there's a high risk your dog could choke or develop an intestinal blockage. If you're on your period right now, you might find that dogs start showing more interest in you. It might be comforting to know that these dogs aren't sniffing you because they're particularly interested in the smell of your blood itself, but rather because the change in the smell of your pheromones, caused by hormonal changes during your menstrual cycle, makes you seem more attractive to dogs. The same change occurs later in your cycle when you ovulate, and studies have shown that ovulating women are also more likely to receive extra attention from dogs. Now that you know why that strange dog loves to jump on you during a walk, how about finding out why a dog's smile can be very scary and learning even more fun facts about dogs that I'm sure you'll love? In this video right here on the screen, I explain all that. Click on the screen and stay with me in the amazing world of dogs.